Righty ho. There we go. Right, okie dokie people. Just doing a quick setup. Okay. That one there. Here we go. Just setting up the laptop. Tonight. Hi Jackie, hi Trudy True. Hi Alec. Oh, you lot are all eager for this one, ain't ya? Hi Sylvia. I will come to the screen in a second. I'm just gonna quick click to you guys. Just setting it all up for Mum, bless her. Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Hello peeps. Oh crumbs, let me get my chair sorted. Righty ho. Hi Daniela. Oh, crumbs. Busy half an hour running around like a loony I was. Welcome. Obviously I've just come on a quick little bit early. Hi Yvonne. Welcome. Hiya Keith. Oh. Hello. Welcome. Oh, let me just quickly have a look at that message a second. Oh. Hi Marion. There you go. You're not saying hello to nobody?
I've said hello, everyone.
Oh, I am. She's on the ball. She's sending messages. Oh. So it ain't me that's saying hello to you. That's Mum.
Okay.
Oh dear me. Right then, where are we at? What time are we on? Timekeeper.
We're on 59.
Well, still a minute then. We'll just give it a couple of minutes just to get you all in. So I'll move this out. Obviously, this is what we're doing tonight. And I will be bringing things up so you can see things nice and closely. Okay. So hopefully if you're following along, you've got your ingredients.
Hello, Marion.
Oh, hi.
You're saying hello to Mum.
Oh, hello to Mum. Goodness me, here she goes again. And I bet you're wondering why I got the fairy steps. All will be revealed. Hi, Marie. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Right then, so.
Right, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, there you go. So, here's the ingredients, as the saying goes. So, more will be revealed. Hi, Julia, Louise, Martine, Rose, welcome. The woodland fern stamps, I love. And then I'll just bring this up because if you do need to screenshot it and you haven't seen me already post it out, this is what you're going to need. Hi, Marie.
Hi, Rose. Hi, Julie. Louise.
Sticker stencil number 9. So somebody said, bless, they did make me chuckle. I did think actually. Hi, Amanda. Is that a door? Where's the door? But it's actually, it was my lovely number 9 sticker stencil. So sorry if I confused you. Now I've put here colours of your choice. It's your design at the end of that. You're just going to follow along. If you want to use what I've used, fabulous.
Hello, Agnes.
Hi, Agnes. But yeah, greens, browns, yellows, blues obviously for the water, which I didn't put on there. Elements or oxides, or just, you know, any inks that you're using, watercolours, whichever. So I'll put that out the way. I'll just bring it back up again just in case anybody needs to have a look. Hi Deborah, hi Janice, hi Dawn. And Dawn, what time do you call this? Hi Christine. Right, running late, what's she like? Okay, so this is what we're making. To start off, I've got one of the multi-packs and I'm using a 7x7. So again, I didn't put this out. Hopefully you use whatever, but it's going to obviously fit the stencil on. So I'm going to whap that out the way, folks. And it is a sticker stencil number 9. Mine are looking very well loved here. Goodness me. Well, I'm sorry about this, but they are well loved. I use them a lot. So that's that. Are we all ready? Are you all sitting comfortably and you're all ready to play? So this is just how I do it. There is no right and wrong. you do exactly what you like. To get this sort of effect, I'm going to show you as the weeks go by. For instance, I'll quickly show you this. This will be next week's card that I'll show you to make. Really easy. It looks a lot, but it's not. Okay. And then Thursday, we're going to continue with all the little sparklies and the glitters and the little booklets and all that. So we've got quite a bit to do. Hi, Jan. So let's crack on. Let's make this card. So, ready? Here we go. So, we're going to get our 7x7 multifarious card. I'm going to put my reference up. I'm going to shift the stuff out the way. Now, I've got, obviously, Uniball, which is your go-to. I have got the 2/0 detailed brush. This is amazing. In fact, all of them are. But I've got this one, which is the very, very small thin one. I don't know whether you can see that if I bring it up. But it's absolutely amazing. I love this. Is my go-to now. I've also got a number 3. That's for the pan pastels in the white. If you've got the blue, you can use pan pastels in the blue. Zig pens. Obviously, I've already put these out, but we've got black and a selection of greens. And I'm going to add to that Naughty Me. I've also got some blues. I just want to show you some different techniques. So you're having a little bit of everything tonight, which is what you like. I will be using brushes, soft brushes and stencil brushes. I am using oxides and they're both for that. So I've got designated brushes. I don't mix and match. However, I do mix. Green is all the greens, brown is all the browns, blue is all the blues, if you get my drift. All right, so there's no secret. It saves on 20 million brushes. If you want to be separate, fine, go for it, but I don't. I mix and match. So I'm going to put all them out the way. So when it comes to it, colours I'm going to be using is Fallen Leaves, VersaFine Clair. I'm also going to be using Shady Lane and Avocado. 2 different things, but you'll see why. And if you haven't got these, you can use the oxides. Oxides I'm going to be... Now, I didn't put this down, but obviously we needed a blue, so it's tumbled glass. Ground espresso and gathered twigs. 2 of my browns I go to. Peeled paint, ice spruce and forest moss. All of these are available on Lavinia Stamps, so I'm not giving you anything you can't get. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Susan. Hope you're all ready. So, shall we start? I'm just clearing my space. I'm going to try and be really good tonight and try and have a space to work from. I don't know how easy this is going to be, but I'm going to go for it. So, reference is up. You'll probably see my reference there. So, when I do... So, people say, how do I get my ideas? I look at different reference pictures, different sketches. I sketch out. Obviously, tonight I'm working off this to show you. I'm getting the stencil now. I am taking out the outer and we're leaving that for later. Well, very shortly actually. And this fits absolutely perfectly onto a 7x7. So this means there that if you want to bring it down, I'm going to bring it so that's on the bottom. So it just means when I'm actually, look at that. When I'm actually, I haven't got to worry about a piece of paper, because it fits it perfectly. Okay. Hi, Helma. So, let me have a look. Where are we going? Happy with that? Happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to put a piece of paper behind it just so you can see what I'm doing. Now, to start with, we are going to utilise the base of this. So we're going to start with the bottom. So it's browns to begin with. So on the original picture, there's quite a bit. You can just brush it out, but I like to put detail in. I always start with the lighter colour. So I'm starting with gathered twigs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away and still leave it on the sheet. But I'm going to just do that area there. And then I'm going to line up them bottom areas there. Now I'm sure you all know to do this. It's not rocket science and it's not like a trick or it's just going to give you a lovely lip. Now, when you look at where the light and the dark is, I'm going to take the lid off the Ground Espresso as well. And I'm just going to put them over there like that. So I'm going to build up light and dark. So I want my dark edge and I want it to come in. Same again, bringing it round. Now, if you think to yourself you want it darker, what I will say to you is, if you've got watercolour pencils, or if you've got the Zig pens, anything like that, what I want you to do is, I'm going to get some watercolour pencils because I am going to move them about. So I've got 33 and 60, I can't say, 68. You all right?
I ain't got a clue because something's gone.
Oh, hold on. She's got a technical moment.
I've got a technical magic for you.
Technical.
What the heck's going on?
It's okay. There you
Okay.
go.
Thank you so much.
She's having a technical moment.
I was.
Mum's having a moment, bless her. Now, all I'm going to do is just, because I want it to look a bit like mahogany, I'm just scratching.
Hello, Dorothy.
Hi, Dorothy. There's nothing at all technical about this. It's just little wisps here and there. Now, to just blend it out a bit, let me get, what have I got here? It's a number 4 brush. I'm just going to add water. And all I'm going to do is very, very lightly just move this around.
Hello, Ruth.
Hi, Ruth. Thank you for joining. So as you can see now, I've moved that around and it's totally changed that bottom look. So as I've got that there, I'm quickly going to dry it off because I'm going to now go over it, okay, with some more colour. So I've just built that up. So I'm going to go back in with a dark and I'm just going to have that little bit of side. Are you all okay so far? Do you all, let me just bring it to you so you can see what I've done. Can you see that okay? Mum, can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So all good?
Yeah, I can see you.
So I'm going to lift that now. And there's my first. The more colour I'm adding, the darker the bottom bit is, which I like, okay? Everybody good? Everybody understanding it so far? Anybody got any questions as I go? Because I can answer as I go. I'm going to get the pencils again. And I'm just going to give it that little bit of movement. Okay. Everybody okay? Have we got any questions, Mum?
I don't know yet because I've lost all me.
Always lost everything. I'll have a look up.
Coming up in a minute. Hang on.
Keeps freezing now
Just
again.
keeps freezing,
Okay.
doesn't it?
Sorry, I can't do anything about technical stuff like that. It's the fairies. They're not wanting you to know all the secrets. They're playing up.
Something like that, I think.
Oh dear. So I would say go in, log back, log out, log in sort of thing, if that helps people. I won't move on till I know you're all back, all right? So there we go.
All I've got to get up now is my question.
Smashing. Yep, okay. Hold on then. Let's go on, while you're looking at that.
Just keeps freezing.
Okay. Right, okay. There we go. She should be loading up, folks, because it looks like we've got the gremlins in.
Okay then.
Right, so let me just bring that up to you now, folks.
Susan blames the
The leprechauns. Right, okay, everyone's back. So, do you all get how we've got that far? Can you see the detail you've got now in that wood? Just from a little bit of moving the watercolour about, the pencil and the oxides, okay? And I'll go into more detail with that with some black to bring it out more. Now, if you was doing something that was built up, what I would do would be, I'd put that like so, and then I'd brush out. So that gives you a base for everything. But we're not doing that because we're building it up. All right, so everybody understands where we're at there, yeah? Blaming leprechauns and everything else. Fabulous.
There's a lot of hearts though, so I'd
That's
say
all
that-
right then.
yeah.
As long as you know what I'm
So
doing.
We're all right.
Fabulous. Okay. Well, I'm now going to get the fairy steps. And all I'm going to use is this, not the steps, but the stones to that. Now you can use, because we're going to move it. Hi Beverly. Hi Agnes. Okay, we're all good. I'm going to use the lighter one. So I'm going to use gathered twigs and I'm going to press down just along here. So I want to know where my greenery is and where the water's going to be. So I'm going to map out very, very lightly. Let's just take some of that ink off there. I'm going to map out roughly where I want my waterfall sort of to come down here. Yeah, so I'm thinking I want a lovely little waterfall there. So you can see we've just put that little bit of blue. Yeah, so we've mapped out roughly where that waterfall is going to be. Okay, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just dip this, and I'm going to look just to make sure I'm not having half a dozen steps, and I'm just going to wipe it off because it makes no difference, to be honest with you. And I want to sort of think I want a few rocks here, and this is just a template, so this is just like a guide for you guys. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'll have them around there, and then I'm thinking over this way I want some sort of rocks here, maybe some rocks there, and some rocks there. Yeah, so you've got roughly, because you ain't going to see this because we can blend all this out. So don't think, oh, if you use VersaFine Clear, obviously I can't blend it out, but if you're going to use oxides or elements to do this, you know you can blend them out. And don't worry, because we're going to put all the foliage and stuff there. So all you're doing is tap. I've got no plate with this, it's just with the hands, and I'm literally just tabbing it down where I want. So I mean, you could really build up as much as you want. All right, so I've done that with the gathered twigs, so it's light. So as I'm looking now, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to get my brush and some water. That's all I'm getting. I'm just going to dab it off on my hand, and I want to know now that I'm thinking we've got a bit of a sky there, so I'm probably going to take that along there. So I'm going to get myself some tissue, and I'm going to dab that off, and I've now got that rough area of where the top part of my waterfall is going to be. Okay, so we know now coming down I want it to fall down. So again, just water on your brush, nothing else. So this is your guidelines. I want to do like a break where the water's coming down, and I want it to be about here. And again, I'm just going to dab it off with a tissue. So that's now giving me a nice clear line. And if you want a more clearer line at the top, you can go again. So there is no, you can add ink, you can take it away in this context, but if the more you do, the more it'll build up. So are you understanding what we've done there? Yeah, everyone got that? Yeah. Hi Diane, hi Lynn. Okay, so that's what we've done. So I'll do, because I know how much you guys love your waterfalls and that, I'll start pouring it together. Now you can blend it out, but I want it to do it so the water's coming down. So I've got a zig pen. I'm going to use my lightest colour first, and I'm using Aquamarine Blue, which is 304. I'm going to write it there, so it's like a grey blue.
Hello Fiona.
Hi Fiona. And I'm going to put me some ink here. I'm just going to pop it down quite a bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a blob of water next to it. Let's move the brushes out of the way. And, oh, I'm taking off my things here. I'm also going to do a bit of this blue. And this blue is Cobalt Blue 031. And I'm going to start just by a bit of water. And I'm going to think that flow of water comes down. So I'm going to do it now where I'm going to just think to myself, I just want it to have that movement down. And then I'm going to do a bit more, and it's going to come down this way. And you can do lines down at the end of the day. I will manipulate this later, but this is giving you your start of a waterfall. Okay? So is everybody understanding?
Dorothy says you're explaining it well.
Fabulous. Okay, so this is just water and a little bit of zig colour. So already we've got an idea of a water coming down, and that's it for now, and I will add this in as we go. Okay, so let's start building up. Now I'm going to get from the I think it was the spring trees, these are like the foliage part, but I use it for something totally different. So my finger, now I am going to start using my VersaFine Clairs now, because I want these as a permanent base down. And as you can tell, I've still got this around so nothing's moving. So we'll stamp off, so you know how it's stuck to your finger, and you know how it's moving when you're sticking it down. So I'm just going to build up now along the bottom, just to give. Now, if you're unsure about this, let me get a bit of paper.
Hello Annette.
Hi Annette. You can rip off like so. So you're not coming down onto where you've just done that lovely mahogany base sort of effect. Okay, so all I'm doing now is just really random blobs. So this is just a background, nothing more, nothing less. So you can see now you've got that nice gap between. This will probably turn out better than the original as I'm explaining it more. So
hello, Fiona.
hi Fiona.
Sylvia's calling dibs.
Oh, fabulous. Go you, my girl. Okay, so now you can see how I've brought that bit down there. So I'm happy with that. And that was just with that one small little bit of the infill of the branches, basically. But I use this for so many different things. It's unbelievable. Okay, so I'm thinking now, the foliage pot I'm going to put in last, but I want to start putting in where the mushrooms are going to be. Okay, so I'm sticking with the same brown. So I'm sticking with fallen leaves. And I'm going to start with the larger of the two, because you've got these and like the little lantern sets. You've got the lanterns and you've got these lovely little mushrooms. Now these are my little favourite go-tos at the minute. Again, it's straight onto my finger because I like to utilise this way. So again, I'm going to stamp and I want to see what I'm getting when I'm stamping that top part, so I know that I'm not getting the full thing. So again, because I don't want to ruin what we've just done there, I'm going to quite randomly and quite crazily just start building up what I feel would be a funky background. And I will think I'll have a couple at the top. So already, look how we've got this coming on, and we haven't really done a whole heap of effort into this. And when I say that, I don't mean it in no disrespectful way, but if I sat and I thought about every placement of everything I do, I'd never post anything out. So I hope you understand by me saying that what the context of how I'm talking to you guys. So we've now got that lovely fullness off that. So I'm going to pop that down. I'm going to get the little ones now. I'm going to do exactly the same, because I'm thinking these little ones are quite cute. And I'll probably want these just to come up and over here and there. Just little cuties. Yep. So we've got that fullness. We've got the idea of where that water's going to be. So I'll show you now. Any questions? Is everybody okay?
Some have turned up a little bit late. But
No, it's all right. There's catch up on this, so don't worry about that. That's the best thing. What I'll do is I'll download it and then I'll upload it.
Jackie said they must have a detective finger because the stamps won't stick.
Oh, so I'll tell you what to do. If your stamps won't stick, right, because it happens to me now and again, you get yourself a baby wipe, wipe it over, and then I'll just sort of rub it, have that little bit of what's it on, and then lo and behold, it sticks. Don't put it onto any stick. Do it on paper, because then it sticks to your finger. So if you have trouble sticking your stamps to your finger, that's all I do. So just clean, and then you get your stickiness back on your stamp. Okay. So any other questions as I go? We all good, yeah?
Yep.
Right. So I'm going to sort of put together a background now. So we're going to leave like that, the main part of it, for a little bit yet. All right. So I'm now going to think to myself, I want some greens in this. So I'm going to get my oxides, and I've got iced spruce, and I've got peeled paint, and I'm going to start with those first because I might not need anything else. So I've got the one brush, and I'm using the brush because I like the softness that this gives. And what I want to do is have some lushness just coming around, and I'm going to go around to the sides. And bear in mind, if I don't like where I'm placing these things, I'm going to get water and a brush, and I'm going to manipulate. So don't worry about it. Don't think, oh, I've ruined something. No, you haven't. Trust me.
Jackie says thank you for the baby white info.
No, it's all right. That's what we're all here. Sharing's caring, folks. Come on. We're all here for the same reason, to learn off each other and to support each other. That's what crafting's all about. You know, so I'm one of those people that I love to share, and I love to, you know, support you guys. And I'm just happy that you enjoy what I do. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of blue up. I just want to put that balance at the top, for the skyline, so to speak. So I'm just going to very lightly just so it looks like we've got a little bit of a cloud going up the top there. So I'm not giving anything full. I'm being very random so you can see that movement. Okay. And that was with tumbled glass. All right. So we've got that sort of blocked up now, and we've only used those 2 cuts. We haven't really used a great deal. So is everybody still with me? You're still understanding everything, yeah? What they reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just water and brush again, and I just want to manipulate just what we've already got down on the oxide. So I actually want to activate. I want to move it around. Bit of water down there. And, you know, at the end of the day, oxides are brilliant when you activate them with water. Play with the colours that you use. Don't be shy to add more colours on top layer. So already, it's changing the look. Now I'm going to bring in some of the Stig pens now. And I'm going to use what we got. Evergreen 401. 401, which is a darker colour. But I'm just going to pop it down there. And I'm just going to get a little bit of water. And I just want to start bringing in just a little bit of colour and a bit of depth on some of these rocks, just so it's like a mossy sort of look. So you've sort of got the interpretation that we've got moss that's just going onto some of these rocks, and it's just, you know, there could be a light source. You could do whatever you like with these. Okay.
Dorothy says your inspiration is amazing.
Oh, bless you. You're very kind, you guys. I'm just having fun, and I enjoy you joining me having fun. You know, I'm just doing exactly what you guys are doing. You're just, I watch like Amanda and Joe and everybody else, and, you know, I get inspired, and you're spending your time with me, and I'm really humbled that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. So thank you ever so much for your kind comments. Hi, Mand. Oh, goodness me. Talk of the devil and she shows up. Goodness me. I was just singing your praises, girl. That's all I'll say. So, already we've got that manipulation of look. Now, when we stamp on the fern, you ain't going to see, if you make any mistakes, dab it off and start again. Or you think, right, we'll colour it in. So don't think, that's it, it's going in the bin. Turn it into a tag. Never throw your stuff away. Right, so I'm going to start building up that little bit of a background now. So, and put things out the way. Let's get some. I'm going to use my favourite. So this is off that floor. Yeah. Let me tell you, the leaf spray. I've got flora in my head. Leaf spray. So I'm going to put this very randomly, and I'm going to probably do this in a green and a brown because I just want to build. In fact, I'm going to do the brown first just to give it that little bit of context in the back. All right. Oh, bless you.
Jenny says that I feel like I'm online with rock stars.
Oh, goodness me. We're all here. Oh, I don't know. Rock star. Let me know where they are then, and we'll all join in together. We'll all be in awe together. So all I'm doing now is, again, I'm just being very, very loose. But I want to just see. Let me just see. Again, it's just come. So all I'm going to do is move it for where I want it. Hold it with my finger like that. And then I'm just going to dab it just with the fingertip. And I just want to do just a little bit of random. And I'll show you how delicate this. I mean, it's an amazing effect. And you can get so much depth into a piece. So I'm going to bring it round there. But some of this you ain't going to see because we've got the waterfall going in. And we've also got that effect of all that lovely greenery. And we are going to bring those mushrooms out. So we're not going to lose them for good. So let me just show you there, just so you can see where you're at. Okay.
Julie's at work and she's watching while we're.
Oh, fair play to you, Julie.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I shouldn't really say that, but fair play to you. Okay. So, happy with where we're at, yeah? So, we're going to do this in a minute along here. So, I'm trying to go as slow as I can for you guys. Normally, I'd have just whizzed through it, but I want you to understand and learn. So, I'm now going to get one of the smaller ferns. And I'm going to get my baby wipe and I'm going to wipe it because I want it to stick to my finger. And I'm going to do the same with this one in preparation. And then I'm just going to rub my finger. I'm just going to take that off. And then, there we go, we're on. Now, if you think to yourself it's not going, just wipe it off rub your fingers, and then there you go, on. And that's proper stuck, and that's what I like, the movement. Now I'm using the avocado, and it's a really bright colour, which I love. Now remember what you've got on your hand and what direction this is going. Now you can manipulate it, but what I want to start doing now is just bringing, because obviously where you got water, you always have lush ferns, and I just want to start bringing in, and it makes no difference where this goes because ferns will grow wherever, and it'll just bring all that together nicely. And again, if you lose any of the mushrooms, don't worry about it because we can bring them back. And I just want to bring a little bit around here. Now if we're going to do this that way, you can do it just where it's like it's coming up. So you just got those tops just jutting out a little bit. And we're going to use the other one on the other side, okay? And then I'm going to see then what I've missed. Because then I want to do the darker green. So again, I'm going to see, yeah, I'm happy with that. I just want to infill this bigger area. So we've got the backing now, and already this has really gone nice and full. Okay? So we're now going to put away avocado, and we're going to get Shady Lane out. Two totally different colours. Was you saying something then?
I was going to say Sylvia's list is growing.
Honestly,
And Lisa says, I have alone the distress.
It's never ending. That's all I'm going to say. Now, when you go with a darker colour in, let me just. That's it. There you go. I had a bit. I can see it. I can see colour where I don't want it. Just be mindful now of your building up, because I mean you can add splats to it. If it goes too dark, that's fine. But you want to be able to just see these peeking out a little bit here and there. And again, we'll manipulate these sides, so don't worry about it. I want to leave that little bit down there because I want to be able to bring that movement of that waterfall. You know, you get all that nice sort of spray at the bottom. So I've gone back onto the larger one now, and I'm just going to, I mean, just look how that takes over and fills in your gaps. It's brilliant. And then what I want to do then is just bring, I mean, look at that, nice and full. And then we're going to bring in obviously smaller mushrooms as we go. So everybody understanding where we're at there, yeah? Hopefully you've got that. Okay. So I'm now going to bring some brown. I want to bring this together now at the bottom, but then I'm also going to be able to think about highlighting now and thinking about highlights.
You've got all
hearts and everything. Hearts and thumbs up. Fabulous. So it's not as difficult as you think. I know sometimes you look at things and you're worried and you think, oh gosh, that's a lot going on. Have a go. Don't be shy. Get some scrap paper. So I'm going to put some water just along here now. I just want that wet for movement, because I'm now going to get, now you can use your, I mean, I'll tell you what, if you haven't got zig pens and you want to do that, let me just show you. Let's put a bit of, this is the ground, these are the colours we're using, ground espresso and the gathered twigs. I'm going to put those down. And
everyone's loving it.
Fabulous. And I'm going to put some water there, and what I'm going to do is just mix them together, and that gives me quite a nice little sandy look. And just bear in mind we've got that little bit of movement of water on there, so it's going to blend in lovely. Okay, so we've got that nice bit of edging now, so we've not took away our edge, but we're just starting to build up that little bit of depth. And what I'm going to do, obviously I'm going to go in with the zig pens because I want to bring out my little mushrooms, but you can see now that sort of has given it, we've grounded it there, so we've actually pulling it together, so we've got that base.
Andy says it looks fabulous.
Fabulous. Well, I can't wait to see what you guys create. I mean, this is just giving you an idea, you know. I mean, you can think about where those stones are behind. Remember, we put the stones behind. You can even bring it and think to yourself, oh, a little stone would just jot out there maybe if I was looking in the fairy woods. And I mean, you can put fairies flying, that would be cool. Now at the top here, I want sort of in the backdrop, I want it to look like we've got some mountains. So I'm just going to get a bit of the dark, in fact, well, I'll just mix it all together. There you go.
Janny says, don't you have to dry after using the water?
No, because I'm using very little water on. So it's quite good really for me to manipulate, because I'm using very little. It's a very light touch. So I'm not really doing a heavy touch with this. I want to manipulate that. We've got a few sort of mountains in the background. So we've got that as the top area of where the top of the waterfall is. And I just want to say there's something going on just along there. And I want to, oh, let me just get me, I'm going to get the Zig pen. It's the dark brown, it's the 62. And I'm just going to pop that down. So I just want to slightly, I'm dabbing it off, so it's only what's on the brush. And although, I mean, these brushes are absolutely fabulous, however, you only want the slightest little bit. And I just want to give that little bit of a look that we've got mountains there. And then when we move it around and blend it, you'll get what I mean. Okay, so I am now going to dry off because I'm going to be doing pan pastels and movement.
You made it look so simple.
Honestly, sweets, you guys out there, and I'm sure Amanda will back me up on this. When you're sitting doing it, yeah, you do it time and time again. But when you're breaking it down to this, I'm sure you guys can just follow very, very slowly. But there's not a lot of detail going. There's a lot of movement of water. But the trick is don't over wet your brush. Just play about with the colour. I mean, I can put water on this and blast it and it'll just move. Play around with it, honestly. Don't be shy. Now, I'm going to redo. What I'm going to do is, just for quickness, instead of me restamping, you can go over with your Zig pen and just bring out some of those mushrooms if you want. And they haven't got to be brown if you don't want. You do whatever colour you want.
Amanda agrees with you totally. Hello Heather, she's late, but it's all right.
Hi Heather, don't worry, I'll be doing the catch-up thing anyway, so even if you've missed it, you're still here saying hello to the crazy gang. So, you know, it's all good fun. So again, you can pull out as much as you want, and because it's the Zig pens, you can move these around with ink, water. So again, but I will restamp, I think. I'm just going to be like, you know, you just get more precise as you go. It's like, oh, I'll just do this and I'll just do that. Before you know it, we've got all sorts. Right, so let's have a look now. So I want to bring this area in here and I want to play with this water area. And then we can take off. I want to put some clouding on. I want to get the highlights on the glass. So you're ready for that. You're all understanding where we are there. We've used 401 and 304 on the colours. I'm turning over now, just to give you a little bit more of a clearer eye of everything. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's have a look. So obviously you can do this in a couple of different ways. You can do the water going down. So I'm going to show you that. And again, it's a fabulous way of giving yourself a quick highlight. There you go. And then I want to bring it down here. Now, because we've got a lot going on here, it might not be as clear as I want it. So I will manipulate that with probably pan pastels and some white paint. But I'll show you. So I just want to bring... So already, that looks like we've got a bit of a light reflection on the dome. And we can manipulate those down here. And I want to manipulate the edge as well. So I know that no more colour is going to pull off that. So I'm happy to leave that now. If you want to do some clouding in here, you can just play about. Let me do that because I want to colour in. And I want to be able to manipulate this now. So I've got a bit of blue over here. So I'm going to reuse what's there very, very lightly. Now, on the original one, I put a bit of a sun in there. So I just want to put some clouds in. So just manipulate your paint there. Now, dry it if you want. Whoop. Might have been a disaster. We nearly had stuff on the floor then. So I'm going to put a bit of a sun, I think. And I'm going to just put that there, I think. Yep, fabulous. A little bit of water, not a lot. I'm taking it off and then I'm just going to put it back on my brush. And here, I will manipulate this with pan pastels, but I want that background to have the movement of a cloud. So don't be shy to think, well, what on earth? The finished product will look totally different. So don't think, oh, I've ruined it. You can always manipulate a mistake. Trust me, I do it all the time. Okay, so are you all still with me? You're all still getting it, yeah? Right,
they're all
I'm
good,
now
yeah.
going to put, let me get a different brush now. Get a bit of white. So, white acrylic paint. And what I'm going to do now is the top of my waterfall. I'm just lightly going to just go across the top now. And then I'm going to go across the top here, very lightly. And then I'm going to think to myself, well, I know that there's going to be that splosh, you know, where it hits the floor sort of thing. So I'm going to use my finger now and I'm just going to move it around. So already I've taken off the paint, but I've got an effect that I'm thinking I quite like the look of that. And then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to roughly have an idea to say, I know that the water's going to come down, so I'm going to do a couple of little lines just here and there. And I'm going to use my detail, that lovely detail brush, because you just want to be able to just put in those little extras. So already I've got the movement that's going on, so I'm just going to put that brush down and I'm going to be on and off with this now. So this, like I said, this is the 2/0 detail brush from Lavinia. It's amazing. I can't say, I mean, from the detail that you get off that is absolutely fabulous. I mean, you can put little flicks on it and little movement on. Now I can go into little areas here and I can build up without going and losing a lot of depth. And then again, you want to go in with your finger. So this is roughly how you'll just build up that little bit of movement at the top. And because it's such a detailed brush, you can go into little nooks and crannies if you need to. You can put like little highlights on things, very light. I mean, just look at that. I mean,
Right. Sylvia nipped out and she's asking, what white did you use?
Okay.
Was it just an acrylic white?
yeah, just an acrylic white. Obviously, there's a lot out there, so use what you've got. I've got, what have I got? I've got the Snow White. You can mix this. You can put this down and add a bit of Posca into it. Posca White again. It's up to you how you want to do it. But on here, I'm going to get some of my chalks as well, because I just want to bring in some depth into there, and I want to bring in and manipulate some colour. So I'm just going to, let me just get the white off that.
Anne says she loves the detail brushes as well.
Honestly, they are amazing. I definitely recommend you to get a detail. Let me just get that out of the way. Detail brushes are fantastic. Now,
Nice.
you are?
They look nice, but I don't have them.
No, my mum's not allowed near my brushes. She ruins things. That's all I'm going to say, folks. We've got a love-hate relationship on brushes.
I'm not very good with brushes.
She's not very good at all with brushes. She kills them. So she's bored. When you spend a lot on brushes, you have a bit of a passion. She's not allowed near them. Oh, sorry. I've just used, what have I used? Persian Blue, the 032. And again, I'm just going to, and again, you could do, you can put down, you know, the tumbles, whatever, at the end of the day. I just want to just bring a bit of colour in just at the sides here. And then I'm probably going to bring a little bit of the green in as well. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to just very, very lightly now, just in little places, manipulate and move that around with my finger. So already we've got that movement coming down. Okay, let me just tidy this little bit of mess up here, folks, because I don't want to put my hand in it, which I'm
So
able
Anne's
to
going to
do.
get the set of detail brushes.
Yeah, honestly,
Heather's got the detail brushes.
fabulous. Right, now, sorry I didn't put this in the post, folks, but I'm just going to very quickly, I'm just going to get some of the, right, so I've got, I like the Mondelez ones, but the soft pastel pencils, obviously Lavinia have them. They're just like a chalk, you know, your soft pastels basically. Now for manipulation, I love these. And again, if you just want to add that little bit of depth in and move it, this is what I love about these. So if you think to yourself, you just want to put that little bit more colour in, then they're there. And if it's too dark, you add the lighter one. If you need to put white in, add the white. But don't be shy, okay? So that's with those, okay? pan pastel. So I've got brushes all over the place now. Amanda, I don't know how you do it. So this is your titanium white. We're all good on time.
Yes, you're doing very well.
Okay. To be fair, this bit here doesn't take 2 seconds to do. Now, this bottom bit here, all I'm doing is circular motion, and I'm just doing it so it's just touching that area and blow. So again, I'm just going to touch and blow. So,
I like the double act.
oh, the double, oh, crikey, honestly. She'll get me shot one of these days, folks, honestly. So we've got that, where the water's hitting, we've got that steam and that bit there, okay? And if you really want to get a tone on it, then I'm going to get the Toison D'Or, which again is the Mondeluz Soft Pastels. And you can just literally stroke it down and just have...
Okay, Janice says, does the pan pastel or pencils need setting spray when done?
Well, you can do. Now, I don't, but you can get hairspray. Or you can buy fixing spray if you want to be all posh and all doodah and all that. But I don't. But, you know, that's just me. You know, so I'm not saying don't do it. I'm far from it. You know, you do what's good for you. But you can do.
So you don't seal it or anything?
No, I don't. But that, like I said, that's just me. If I was sending this to somebody or giving this, I probably would. I'd just do a little light dashing of hairspray on it, because everything costs a lot of money at the end of the day, and I like to spend money on my stamps, not on setting sprays and stuff. So, right, I'm going to get the white, and I'm just going to lightly, there is no what's it with this? I'm just going to very lightly just take it down, and I'm going to blend it with my finger and just take it around. And again, the same here. And again, it doesn't matter if you put too much down, it can move. So already we've got that little bit of an arch shape. Now, you can either go with the white paint if you've got a steady hand, or you can get the edging, which I'll show you. And you pull it up just a little bit from where you are, and you can just literally dab it along there and take it along if you want. I'm just going to put a bit of paint on it, just because I feel the need of a steady hand. Let's have a look. I'm just going to get I'm going to show you how good this detail brush is. So, and I'm probably going to just do a line of disaster now. But so all I'm going to do here, excuse me if my head's in the way, but I'm just going to bring it along. Just really, I just want to do a little bit of a highlight line along here. So it's just a case of, it's just where the sun's catch that glass at the bottom. Yeah. And always move your work, don't move you. You'll end up God knows where.
Okay,
so
Jackie's asked, what's the difference between the pastel pencils and the thicker stick pastel?
just if you prefer using a pencil, you know, some people like the movement that you get. Oh, where have I put it? I don't even know. Oh, where it is. So basically, some people like to use this, the movement and that. Again, I'm very textured, I'm very handsy. But, you know, some people like to be able to do it with a pencil. You can be more accurate with a pencil than you can be with this, unless you've got a really sharp point on it. So, again, it's personal preference.
So Sylvia says they're basically the same, just in a different form.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've got one, you don't need the other, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to, just a little bit of, like, detail now. And then we can get on with the backing. Now this, when you move it and you really put a bit of a squidge to it, although you've got that beautiful fine line, you've also got a really good bit of movement that goes with it as well. So we're just getting that bit, just slowly. So I just want to put a little bit of depth at the top now. So I'm going to get a yellow. Now, I'm not even getting anything. It's what's on my brush. So yeah, a little bit's on there. So all I want to do now is just add a little. Now you can do the pan pastel yellow, but that just gives it a little bit of, oh, there's something going on there. And it just gives that little bit of movement, okay? Now, I'm happy with that. I'm probably just going to finish off with a bit of black and stuff around there. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that off. And we have now got a floating disc, basically. So I'm now going to put on the other part, which just covers and protects what we've just done. Now the reason why everything gets so messy with me is I probably should give it time to dry, but it's covered and done. And I'm going to now get this brush with no ink on it, it's just what's already on there. And I'm just going to lightly just kiss around, just so it gives it. And this helps when you've got something, you think to yourself, what am I going to do with it? Just add a little bit of backing. And this is what I mean.
Anne says that she doesn't have a steady hand, but found working with the detail brushes can be, you know, steadier.
Yes, definitely. And it really does help at the end of the day. Now, I'm going to turn this, and I know I've not said this, but I just want to give you a bit of depth on it quickly. Yeah, I've got, so this is on a brush. I'm not putting any ink on. And all I want to do now is just give a little bit of a shadow going on here. And I'll manipulate this really well in a minute. But already it's just, you've got that little bit of something going on. So that it's not heavy, it's just very light, and I've not even put anything on this. Okay, so are you with me? You're all with me? You all get what we're doing?
Everybody's thinking it's fab. Gorgeous.
Okay, now we've got a couple of birds. I will stamp them up on the top in a bit. But I'm just going to get this bit done now. We've got the black Zig pen. When I can find it. Ah, here it is. See, let me get stuff out of the way. We're just taking over with everything here. I love this. I need to be tidier. I'm just real at the end of the day. I'll just make a mess. Always the best way to be. Right, so I am going to put black here. And then what I want to do is start off, water on my brush, water down here. And I want to now manipulate this area here. Now I know that this is going to go lighter and it's going to move around, and I don't care, and let's just flick it here, and it makes no difference. Don't think it's got to go somewhere and it's like, oh gosh, I've ruined it again. And at the end of the day, all I want you to do is, while it's wet, just think to yourself, oh, we'll have a little bit going out there, and we'll just darken that bit there, and there is no, and don't worry with it blending and bleeding underneath. I like that. For me, that's a part of a natural mistake. And I like natural mistakes. Because I think to myself, if there's a bit of a mistake going on there, what can we do with it? And I'll show you. It's really easy just to move this ink now. The ink's going to really move now. And I love the effect, because you never know what you're going to get. And it's fabulous that you can create something and think, am I going to be able to do it again? Well, I don't know. I never sort of create things twice. I'll never get the same thing twice. And that's what I love. So I've taken a bit of ink off. And now I really want to pull. Just so it gives that. And there is no thought to this. It's just blobs and movement. And if you haven't got a steady hand, you're going to get an even better effect. Utilise you, because I think it's going to be fabulous when you do that. So for me now, I want to have a little bit of a stamp. Now I'm going to get, because we've just done this in black, I'm going to get the black, because I'm going to put the birds on. I'm going to put a little bit going on in there. Let me get something.
Marie says, are the Zig pens and clear colour brushes the same?
Clear colour brushes. Yeah, so the clean colour is a Zig. Okay, so let me just bring that up here. Can you see that okay? Zig, clean colour. They are amazing.
Amanda says yes.
Fabulous. Thanks, Mand. It's on commission. I'm sure of it.
Mum, do I craft? Yes, I craft.
Oh, gosh. One of these days.
I don't do cards. I'm just getting into cards in a way.
Yeah. She's doing all right. She's doing really well, to be fair. So I've now got... all I'm going to do now is just here and there, just make it look like we've got little weeds growing, okay? And I'm going to take off the cover, because look, see, I love this, how that now, for me, it's like, yes. Because where that's bled now, all I want to do is just get that little bit of that bleed there, and I want to actually put a little bit of weeds just growing. Okay, so now... we've just got that. Now, if you want to bring some up there, bring it up there. If you want to put something else around here, bring it. Don't be shy. It's your creation. You do whatever you like. So we've got that now. Let's get I'll actually get a start. Oh, look at this. I'm actually going to use, don't die of shock now, folks. I'm actually going to pop the birdies down. So let's see how much ink we've got on this. I think I need a new pad. We need re-inkers. Hint, hint. That's all I'll say. Hint, hint. Re-inkers, please. Okay, let's put that over there. Right, so we've got our little birdies, and I want them just to be flying off into the wilderness, just in the corner there. Okay, and then I actually want a couple of little birdies, because I am going to put, so I've just done the corner. I am going to just be really brave now and just think to myself, I just want to kiss the edge of there. So I'll manipulate that in a second. And that's what I like. So these Zig pens have got the most amazing fine tip. So if I want to just put a little bit of add that little bit of a bird there, and I'm sure Tracy wouldn't mind me just adding that little bit. So that's it. And now I want to put a little bit of a sun in. So I think we're just about going to have time to mat and layer it. So on the original we had, let's just pop a little bit of, put that there. And then I want just a little bit of paint. So I'm just going to literally just do a bit of a, like so. And I'm going to, let me get that out of the way. And I'm just going to roughly just give it a little bit of a, just so we got a bit of a, something going on in the background. You know what I mean? So that now, let me just dry that off.
A lot of hearts going on in our background here.
Oh, hello. Feeling the love, folks. Thank you very much. So, I'll lose that. So there we go. So now, if you think to yourself, well, okay, I just want a little bit more of a highlight here. While you've got the pan pastel out, just take it, do what you want to do. Don't be shy to get your finger on it. Just get that movement, because bear in mind it is a glass. And with all of that sploshing going on around there, I'm quite sure that realistically it's going to be a bit of condensation. Now, I like the way that's looking. We can put that along there. We can pop a little bit of something going along here. And then we can pull. So these are your last bits now where you're just going to pull little bits down. So you've got that little bit of a waterfall. Now, for me, I want to just put a bit of a darkness to it. I don't want to go too dark. In fact, I'll go this one. So I'm thinking to myself, I just want to, just where. So now we're just, it's them little finer details towards the end, folks. And it's your details that are going to bring it all together. Now this is a lot wider waterfall. Now I could even put, if I'm not happy with that, I can put some more ferns over. Yeah. If I'm not happy with that, I can stamp some more little mushrooms on there. You know, so if you're not happy with something, then you move it, do it, sort it. Don't ever be shy. Let me clean it up and let's get it matte and layered for you, so you can see the proper end result. Okay. So let me just quickly move the carnage out the way. Let's move this, move that, do this, do that. I'm doing ever so well here. So I'll put everything there and then get my little mats. Totally prepared, aren't I, folks, eh? Right, so while I'm just sorting this out, is there anything that you need to ask a question about or you're unsure about while I'm just getting this last little bit prepared for you guys? Are you all okay? At the moment,
they like the double acts.
Okay.
Everybody's loving.
Fabulous. Let me get my mat.
Loving the end design as well.
The end design. So I'm going to stick with the same. Let me just get my mat. I'm going to do the black and then the yellow. So we want to pop it all out. Okay. So all I do now is, where's my machine gun? So before you ask, this is an Amazon special.
So talented.
Oh, bless you. You're very kind. I'm just having some fun with you guys. Honestly, I'm just having some fun with sharing and caring. That's what it's all about. You know, I am no better than any of you lot. We all craft in different ways. Please remember that. You know, you all inspire me to do what I'm doing now. Okay, so
For someone who says they can't do it, you just do a little bit at a time.
little
follow
bit
the
at a
video.
time. That's right.
It's made me think, well, I can do that
So
as well.
I've got the number one now. This is the layer guard. We Are Memory layer guard. These are brilliant. They're in Lavinia, absolutely fabulous. And I'm using the number one, and I'm going to be using the really small edging. So let's just cut the end off. I like to keep my offcuts. As a true crafter, we never throw nothing away. So let me just get this done. So let's get it quickly done for you, because I am mindful of time. Because I try my best now to keep to times. I try my best. I did say that. So I'm so glad. So let's have a look. Let's see what we got going on.
Julie says she's a messy crafter as well.
Honestly, I'm
I
terrible.
am as well.
My mum's worse than me. So there we go on that one. Let's get the backing on. So I've got the yellow card. So let's pop it. So that just brings everything out. So for me now, I want a bit more darker yellow. So I'm going to change. I just want to just bring in a little bit more depth on that. So I just, see, as you go, it's like you see different things. Don't be shy. Add it if you want it. You know, just do what you got to do. It's easy done.
It's very, very helpful.
Trying my best, that's all I say. It's all about, you know, all you lot posting the groups and that, and I see little things and I think, oh wow, that's amazing. You know, and there's a lot of people out there that think, oh, can't do this, can't do that. Go for it, honestly. You've got some amazing designs out there, people. Keep posting, because I love them. So I'm just going to go a little thicker. I'm probably going to go on the 8th one, maybe. Maybe not. I'll tell you what, let's see if I can get away with that one to give it a little.
Amanda says it's gorgeous as well.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Very pretty.
Right, let's have a look. There we go. Let's have a look. Yep, that'll do there. Right then, so I'm hoping now that you guys are going to have a go at something that involves what I've shown you. Whether it's a bit of water, a bit of background, just something to sort of think, well, I've never had a go at that before. You know, there's that many tutorials out there with like some amazing work. Go for it, really, you know, have a go, don't be shy. So, a little bit of difference, because obviously I've tried to go as slow as possible. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's put a bit of, where am I? Let's put a bit of, so I've just got a bit of pan pastel yellow on this. So I'm just going to just bring that round a little bit there.
It's fabulous.
Okay, and then we're just going to bring in maybe this here, because like I say, it's a little bit more. I haven't brought it in on that one, but it gives you the idea, you know, so it's sort of, we're sort of there, you know. And I mean, like I say, have a go, do not be shy, you know, and then like next week, if you want to play, we'll do this one. And this, it might look intimidating, but this is really easy, minimal colours.
Amanda says you'll be amazed at how much you can learn by having a go.
Yeah, dear me.
Julie's going to have a go.
Fabulous.
Cleaned the craft room ready for it.
Oh, brill.
Dear.
Right, and so Thursday, we're going to, these are amazing. We're going to play about, if you're up for it. These little books and little envelopes, fabulous for like gifts, but they're so easy to make. Maximum Effect, we've got stickles, we've got pretties, we've got booklets, we've got all sorts of madness. And plus I'm going to finish off, I've started another page in my little book. We're going to finish off those 2 books if we've got time as well. Okay, so again, I think we're good on time. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I'll post these out. I'll do the rerun for those that have missed it, and hello if you're on catch up. But thank you ever so much. Have a go. I'd love to see what you're going to do, and I'll go through the comments. If I've missed anything, apologies.
Michelle says, can you do the bee sometime?
The bee at the pool, is it that one? The little bee drinking? Is it, yes? The little bee drinking?
I'm not sure.
If it's a little bee drinking, then yeah, by all means, we can do that the week after if you want. I might actually put a couple of cards in and say, what do you want me to do? And I'll show you how to do them. Would that be better for you guys? So, you know, let me know anyway. But, yeah, thank you ever so much for joining me. Thank you ever so much for staying with me, and I can't wait to see what you all make.
Trudy says it is the bee drinking.
Yes, okay then, the bee drink. Well, yeah, I mean, I love doing that. So, yeah, that'll be brilliant. Very easy card, if I'm honest with you. So, yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you everyone for your time.
I shall see you all soon. Love to you all. Thank you so much. And stay safe, my darlings. And I shall see you very soon. Ta-da, a bit.
Bye.
Oh, wait, letting me go. There you go.